Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 3rd of September 2021. Starting with very first question. AREAS is an initiative associated with which union ministry? First of all, what does AREAS stands for? It is the Association of Renewable Energy of States. So obviously it is related to Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Actually, it was formed as a society in the year 2014 by Ministry of Renewable Energy and state nodal agencies for renewable energy interact and learn from each other's experiences through this association. And why it is in news? Because recently it has celebrated its 7th foundation day. Talking about this particular ministry, it is the nodal agency at the central level for promotion of grid connected and off-grid renewable energy in the country. Now apart from it, recently Ministry of Minority Affairs has organized Mera Watan Mera Chaman. This is a sort of mushaira and it was organized in New Delhi as part of Amrit Mahotsav of 75th year of India's independence. And during the program, renowned poets from the country recited their poetry and couplets. So the Minority Affairs has planned to organize these type of mushaira session and Kavi Sammelans across the country till the year 2023. And in all these programs, renowned as well as emerging poets will give patriotic message of Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat. Now apart from it, recently Union Ayush Minister Sarbanand Sonowal has announced a set of activities and campaigns of Ministry of Ayush to commemorate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And hence he has launched Y-Break mobile application, which has been developed by Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga. And through this application, yoga and meditation can be done anywhere in just 5 minutes. Also do remember that the Union Ministry for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has launched the National Food and Nutrition Campaign for the farmers, and the campaign has been organized by ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Do remember that 2023 will be celebrated as the International Year of Millets under the leadership of India. Question number 2. La Ganesan sworn in as 17th Governor of which Indian state? First of all, he is former Rajya Sabha member and recently he has been sworn in as the 17th Governor of Manipur, and the Chief Justice of the Manipur High Court P.V. Sanjay Kumar administered the oath of office and secrecy to La Ganesan. Earlier, President Ramnath Kovind had appointed La Ganesan as the new Governor of Manipur and he had succeeded interim Governor Ganga Prasad. Because since Ganga Prasad is the Governor of Sikkim, but he was given the additional charge of Manipur, succeeding the outgoing Governor Najma Heptullah. So now the final Governor of Manipur is La Ganesan. Now talking about Manipur, recently Union Minister of State for Food Processing Industries and Jal Shakti, Mr. Prahlad Singh Patel, has inaugurated 7 indigenous food products of Manipur as part of Make in India initiative. And these products were developed under the Incubation Lab project of MFICL in collaboration with TQS Global with a budget of nearly 10 lakh rupees. Also recently on 13th of August, Manipur has celebrated the Patriots Day in memory of those heroes who sacrificed their lives in Anglo-Manipur War 1891. Also few days back, Manipur has launched COVID-19 affected livelihood support scheme to provide assistance to those who had been severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Fine. Question number 3. Shipping Ministry announced a new skill institute on marine studies in which state? So Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Mr. Sarbanand Sonowal, has announced the setting up of a skill institute on marine studies at Guwahati in Assam under Indian Maritime University, Chennai. And earlier, an MOU was signed between Inland Water Authority of India and Hooghly Cochin Shipyard Limited for setting up of a new ship repair facility at Pandu in Guwahati. And the technical support is to be provided by IIT Madras, and it is expected to be completed by August 2023. And the facility known as Slipway is to be developed on a land of 3.67 acres provided by the government of Assam. Now can you tell me, Deepar Beel Wildlife Sanctuary is located in which state or union territory? So it is the permanent and largest freshwater lakes in Assam. And do remember that it is the state's only Ramsar site and an important bird area. Why it is important? Because this wetland expands up to 30 square kilometer in summer and reduces to about 10 square kilometers in the winter. Now you have to tell me how many national parks are there in the Assam. Please write in the comment section. Now Assam was also in news because recently it has signed a memorandum of understanding with 37 microfinance leaders for implementation of Assam Microfinance Incentive and Relief Scheme. And this scheme is aimed at providing financial relief to the microfinance borrowers in Assam to help them continue maintaining the good credit discipline in this COVID-19 pandemic. Also, a few days back, Assam has passed the Assam Cattle Preservation Bill 2021. So this bill has basically repealed the Assam Cattle Preservation Act of 1950 that was passed with the aim of regulating slaughter, consumption and illegal treatment of cattle. So now the new thing is it prohibits the sale and purchase of beef in areas which are inhabited by non-beef eating communities, for example temples, etc. Question number 4. My Pad My Right project, which is an initiative of NABARD, was launched recently in which state? So recently, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has launched this project in Tripura. And the project is an initiative of NABARD and NAB Foundation to provide better livelihood and menstrual hygiene to women who are living in the rural areas through grants in aid, weight support and equipment. So under this initiative, one sanitary pad making machine, raw materials for 2 months, then wages for 50 days, packaging material and a 5-day training in 3 phases would be provided to the women of rural areas. So basically you can say that the project aims to help rural women in improving their menstrual hygiene. Now talking about Tripura, few days back it has initiated steps to promote the commercial cultivation of agar by launching Tripura Agar Wood Policy 2021. So this policy basically aims to double the agar wood production by the year 2025 in the state. And why agar is important? Because mostly it is used in perfume industries. Now apart from it, few days back Meghalaya has launched the Youth Policy 2021. And the aim is to create a field for the youths to achieve their full potential and becoming skilled, engaged and creative employment members of the state. So basically this policy would work in the favor of youth there. Question number 5. Sampoorn Anand, who was seen in the news recently, was the former chief minister of which state? First of all, why he is important? Because President Ramnath Kovind has recently unveiled the statue of Sampoorn Anand at the Uttar Pradesh Sainik School in Lucknow. So he was the former chief minister of Uttar Pradesh. Actually, the concluding ceremony of the Diamond Jubilee celebrations of the Sainik School was held recently, and that's why this statue was unveiled. So Sampoorn Anand was the second chief minister of state of Uttar Pradesh from 1954 to 1960. And he was a teacher as well as a scholar of Sanskrit and Hindi, and he succeeded Govind Ballabh Pant as the chief minister. Now talking about UP, recently UP government has adopted the sport wrestling and now is expected to invest 170 crore rupees in infrastructure and support to the wrestlers till 2032 Olympics. Also recently we have seen that the former UP Chief Minister Kalyan Singh has recently passed away, and he was also the former governor of Rajasthan. Also recently, Chief Minister of UP Yogi Adityanath has launched a portal named as My Government Meri Sarkar. So now through this portal, people of the state can give various feedback to the government, and the government can inform the people about their schemes on the same portal. Also recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched the second edition of Ujjwala scheme from UP, and Ujjwala is the government's free LPG connection scheme. So this has been launched through video conferencing at Mahoba district in Uttar Pradesh. Question number 6. Who is the head of the committee constituted by the Centre to develop technological platform for streamlining revenue litigation? So this panel would be headed by Mr. Ashish, and the platform aims to cover all the process related to direct and indirect taxation matters. And currently, Mr. Ashish is also heading the e-code project in National Informatics Center. So this particular committee is set to complete its work in 3 months, and it will have members from Revenue Department, CBDT and CBIT. Now apart from it, Mr. Harish has been appointed as next ambassador of India to Germany. And our new Director General of BSF is Pankaj Kumar Singh. So finally he has taken charge on 31st of August after the retirement of IPS officer and Indo-Tibetan Border Police Director General S.S. Deswal, who was holding the additional charge of BSF TG after the tenure of Gujarat Cadre Officer Rakesh Asthana, because his tenure ended in the month of July. Also do remember that government has appointed Mr. Sanjay Arora as new head of ITBP and Balaji Srivastav as Bureau of Police Research and Development. What is this? It is actually a government think tank on police subject matters. Fine. Apart from it, Mr. Abhay Kumar Singh has been recently appointed as Joint Secretary in Ministry of Cooperation, and CVC, that is Chief Vigilance Commission, has reappointed T.M. Bhasin as Chairman of Advisory Board. Question number 7. When is the International Day Against Nuclear Test observed every year? So this day is observed on 29th of August every year across the world, and this day aims to bring awareness regarding the harmful effects of testing nuclear weapons and calls for an end to such test. So this day was established on 2nd of December 2009 by the United Nations General Assembly in its 64th session. And earlier, Kazakhstan initiated this resolution to celebrate the 18th anniversary of the closing of one of its nuclear test site at Kazakhstan in the year 1991. Also do remember that the first ever nuclear test, called as Trinity, was conducted by the United States Army in a desert site in New Mexico in the year 1945. You have to tell me, when do we observe Hiroshima Day and Nagasaki Day? Please write in the comment section. Apart from it, International Day that commemorates the victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief is observed on 22nd of August every year. And this day basically recognizes the importance of providing victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief and members of their families with utmost support in accordance with the applicable law. Then there is International Day for Remembrance of Slave Trade and its abolition, and this day is observed on 23rd of August every year. So this day is intended to remember and honor the tragedy of the slave trade in the memory of all those people who were dehumanized by this cruel practice or systematic racism. Also do remember that the month of September is observed as Poshan Mah, or you can say it as Nutrition Month in India every year. So this year is set to be celebrated with 4 themes across 4 weeks of the month, and it is government's flagship program to improve nutritional outcomes for children, adolescent girls, pregnant women and lactating mothers. And the Mission Poshan 2.0 has been announced in the budget 2021 to 2022 as an integrated nutrition support program. Question number 8. Which woman sports person won India's first gold medal in shooting in Olympics or Paralympics? So Indian Paralympic shooter Avani Lekhara won the country's first ever gold medal in shooting at the Tokyo Paralympics in the women's 10-meter air rifle. So she is just 19 years old, and with this she has become the first Indian woman to win a Paralympic or an Olympic gold medal in the country's history. And India's discus thrower Yogesh Kathunia has clinched the silver medal. And in the javelin throw event, Devendra Jhajharia has won the silver medal and Sundar Singh won the bronze medal. Also do remember that Indian Grandmaster SP Sethuraman has recently won the Barcelona Open Chess Tournament title. Now already we have seen that Neeraj Chopra has won the historic gold medal in men's javelin throw in Tokyo Olympics, and with this he became only the second Indian to win an individual gold in the Olympics. From which state Neeraj Chopra belonged to? He is from Haryana. Also do remember that PV Sindhu is the first Indian woman to win 2 Olympic medals, because recently she won her bronze medal at the Tokyo Olympics, and earlier she had won the silver medal at Rio Olympics 2016. Question number 9. Which digital payments platform has received in principle approval from IRDAI to sell life general insurance? So recently PhonePe has been issued an insurance broking license from the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India to be a broker to sell life and general insurance products. So now with this, PhonePe can offer insurance advice to its over 30 crore users. Also PhonePe can distribute now insurance products from all insurance companies in India. Also we have seen that PhonePe has received in principle approval from RBI to operate as an account aggregator. So now the license permits PhonePe to launch its account aggregator platform that will enable constant exchange of financial data between financial information users and financial information providers with due consent from customers. Also PhonePe became the first digital investment platform to launch UPI based auto pay functionality for its mutual fund systematic investment plans and offerings in India. So now this UPI autopay function will be available for existing as well as new investors on PhonePe application. Coming to last question, which country has warned of increase in West Nile virus infections? So Russia has warned of this particular virus infection because mild temperatures and heavy precipitation create favorable conditions for the mosquitoes that carry it. So WNV is actually an infectious disease that spreads by infected mosquitoes, and it spreads from birds to humans with the bite of an infected Culex mosquito. So further it can lead to a fatal neurological disease in humans. And according to the World Health Organization, the virus causes West Nile fever in 20% of cases, and it is related to the Zika, dengue and yellow fever viruses. Now apart from it, BBV87 is the vaccine candidate of Bharat Biotech against the disease chikungunya, and phase 2 to 3 clinical trials of the vaccine has been rolled out in Costa Rica by the International Vaccine Institute. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.